Let's learn about encapsulation in this section. Encapsulation is one of the core ideas of object orientation. So if we want to learn about encapsulation, we need to answer a question. Why do we need encapsulation? To be able to say the benefits of encapsulation. It is very simple to say the benefits of encapsulation. In our lives, have you ever sent a courier online? When you send a courier, whether it is you or someone else delivery boy, will not help us to pack the goods. This packing process is actually encapsulation. So what are the benefits of encapsulation? It is self-evident. What is it? It makes our goods easier to transport. Secondly, it also protects the goods we are transporting. In the same way, in the multiplication and addition program, it also wraps the implementation details of our class implementation details, and hide them. Right? So encapsulation can be thought of as a protective barrier that prevents the code and data of this class from being randomly accessed by code defined in an external class. Right, no one knows what you are running. That's privacy. Okay, let's take a look. So let's go through an example to explain. Let's take a look at this example. Goes and defines a method read in this class. So this is what we've been writing. But what's the problem? The problem is very obvious. Is that when we access the external class, can I randomly give this age? Or give this name to copy? You can copy the name and call it anything you want. But age? Can't you just copy it randomly? The age of a person? Is there a certain range? You can't be younger than 0, right? That's why. Look, when we duplicated him in the outer category. So we think this time, is it grammatically correct? Then, when you use read method, you will say, oh everyone I'm Jong-san, and then age 18. This is not a joke. That's why we have to restrict him. How? This is the package we need to use. Okay, let's start with this case. That is, we must use the encapsulation of such a. Show him an example. Let's not add private in the student class. And then in here, let's write another. A read method. Void a read. Parentheses. And then we print it here. Okay, so in the test class, let's go visit him. Stu point on age is equal to -18. This is outrageous, right? Is the right one still printable? So this time, we have to encapsulate it. That is to say, we have to hide the details of who. We have to hide the details of the age. This is not just a matter of convenience. It's about what you have to do to make it work. Next, we learn how to realize encapsulation. So through the example just now, we found that the age cannot be negative. But in our strategy, We can give him a negative -18. At this point, we'll start using the encapsulation technique and put a limit on it. And how do we do that? By restricting the attribute from being accessed randomly by the outer classes. I move it to the right. I just need to add a what. Anyone else can think of something. This private, after adding, is this age that can only be accessed in this class. You in the external class, you can see that this piece is not read. You can't access it directly. That's why, this time, we can hide the details or to hide the attributes. But hiding is just the first step. So in the outer class, if we implement a what, a call or an access, what do we do then? Do we still have to expose a public method, set in age, in parentheses, then set the age, and then copy the age, and copy this number to this age? Okay, this is the method that provide. This is the method to copy the age. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're also providing a way to get it. Get because once you set it, this is privatized. In other classes, are there no more. Setter and getter are gone. So the method to get the age, get the age, then it's int. And then return the age. Attribute of this class is not returned, because this age is only visible in this class. At this point, students should pay attention to, I want to set the -18 cannot be when. I'm not adding a judgment in here. That is to say that at this time you can no longer directly access. Instead, you have to call its method, point on the setAge method. Let's say -18. Then we have to make a judgment. If the number is less than 0, we'll give it a limit on how big it can be. If the number is greater than 150, then we consider this age is not legal. Then we print a sentence in here. The age is not legal, or the age that is, when it is within the normal range. At this point, do we attach the age? Attach it to him. Okay, at this point, let's do it. You can see that the age is not legal, right? When he goes to call. When he calls the method of setAge. This right -18, it's a judgment, right? That's right, it doesn't give him the copy operation. Some of you may ask, how does the age of 0 come out? Because we have this int. His default value is not 0. For this member variable, his default value is 0, so that the result is 0. It hides the details of the implementation, exposed to the public as a public method. So when I want to get this directly. I can't get age directly, but I can get it through the get method. Can't I just get it? Okay, you've entered a normal number, like 18. So this is a concrete implementation of the package. So let's review. Encapsulation of his specific realization of 2 steps. The embodiment of encapsulation is to 2-layered meaning. The first meaning is that the properties and behaviors. That's what we call properties and methods, and then encapsulate them in an object. This is called encapsulation. The second level of meaning is what? To privatize this property. and then expose it to the public, or provide a public access method, or provide public access to it. So it's clear that what we just used is the second one. So when we knew this object, we're actually twisting the object. Isn't it the same as encapsulating the properties and behaviors are also encapsulated into this object? So, these two are the two layers of encapsulation. Okay, so for our future study, when we write this attribute, it is generally recommended to privatize attributes. That is, at this point, we should also privatize the name. Provides a standardized way to write attribute privatization, but we provide a public get or set methods. That means, in this case, we'll provide a method like this one. Equivalent to what we have in, say, stir. At this point, I can't access the point. See, it's the same. Because we've privatized all the attributes. Okay, so here's the piece. Is one of our development specification. Attribute ownership methods are public. That's all we have to say about how to implement encapsulation.